Alrighty, folks, and I do believe that we are rolling. I would first like to apologize to everyone that is not going to love today's audio. I'm trying the absolute best that I can with my laptop setup. I got my mic, my webcam, everything at the moment as I'm currently sitting in the Cadillac Club at Citi Field. I'm looking at the field right across from me. The only reason why I don't have the Citi Field in the backdrop is the lighting is absolutely horrendous with the snow on the field, so you guys wouldn't be able to see me or really anything all that well. But I'm in the Cadillac Club, and I am live here from Citi Field, folks. Thank you so much for your patience. It's greatly appreciated as we are officially breaking down all the latest in Metsland. My experience, Wardy's experience here, not only from the fan point of view, but also from the media aspect of things, which I'm really excited to break down with each and every one of you. We'll get into the latest on Pete Alonso from Carlos Mendoza and everyone else in company, as every Mets fan today has been screaming to the rooftops, Alonso needs to return to Queens. We'll talk about that along with the remarks that I actually got from Carlos Mendoza himself, folks. Yes, we've reached a point where we're not only asking players and managers questions, but Mendy even handshook me after the fact and looked me in the eye with a smirk on his face and said, "You're Wardy, right?" And yeah, that made my entire year, folks. We have officially made it. How you doing, folks? Thank you so much for chiming in live on a replay for our latest live edition, live from Citi Field here for an amazing Mets day with everyone in the Mets community. I was hanging out a little bit earlier. I got to chop it up with Joe DeMeo, Connor Rogers, Vito Calisi. I'm trying to think, Will Salmon, my guy. So many others here. Brandon London, I did a New York Post segment with, which you guys can check out a little bit later today. Jolly, who I was actually trying to have join me, but Jolly might be in a different location at the stadium at this point in time, and that's okay. No less, folks, we have a lot to get into, not only on the experiences of what Amazing Day is, but ultimately what is next for the Mets, because I did hear from Carlos Mendoza right there, right next to me, his thoughts on not only how the Mets are approaching the DH position, Pete Alonso, as well as the future of Luis Angel Acuna, among others, everybody. So let's get a quick roll call, and then let's really deep dive this one, folks. Thank you, everyone, for chiming in live on a replay. I see Easy Buckets in the chat. Boss, Brian, Oliver Gutierrez, Frankie, Patrick. Let's see. That damn good. V. Juan Diaz, great member and moderator in here. How you doing? Steve Long, great member. Well, you're in the Piazza Club. Steve, come to the Cadillac Club. Come join me right now. If you guys are at Amazing Day, come crash the party during the live stream. By all means, I'd love it. Let's see. How you doing? Alan here. Waldo going up the list. Frank Major, Julio, Dominic, great member as always. Up here, Ben Thompson, Daniel Cassiano, James, thank you guys. Mikey, come one, come all. We appreciate you guys greatly. Fred Perez, great member as always. Ron, Soto Baseball. Speaking of Soto, let's get into the only unfortunate news that we're going to have in today's discussion, outside of Pete Alonso not being back with the Mets yet, as much as a lot of fans want that to happen, and they have voiced that in chants throughout the panels that we've seen at the Piazza Club today here. But there is the only negative from this entire Amazing Day is that sadly Juan Soto was not able to take part. I don't know if he missed his flight or just something happened with his flight. He was not able to be here. I'm not shocked to hear this. Usually the big pricey man in Soto with the $800 million contract, should the Mets buy into those final 10 years of $5 million per year over that decade span, that usually goes in hand with why guys like them aren't always going to be here right away. But hopefully Juan Soto will be attending future fan-related events for the Mets, because this is without question the most cool and best experience I've had at Citi Field, not only as a fan, but again as a media member as well. It's a completely different element. Steve Cohen and Alex Cohen have absolutely rolled out the red carpet, everybody. To everyone who isn't in attendance here, I sincerely apologize, but please make sure to try to get here next year. I'm sure this will be a reoccurring thing, probably late January every single year here for Amazing Day. This has been flooded with fans. I have been absolutely left and right, dapping up everybody, giving people hugs, taking photos. I feel at home here because so many of you guys just swarmed me with love and appreciation. And as soon as I got in there, chopping up to see everyone else there in the media room, just so many people already know me there. Just very humbled and grateful to be in the position I'm in, simply put. From everyone in the Mets organization, the people working with different private organizations, the people that are in the photography side of things here for the Mets, among others. It has just been an absolute whirlwind, and I highly implore you all to check it out in case you guys were not able to attend today. But guys, all right, let me break down for you how the day has went. What exactly is Amazing Day about? What would you expect, along with all the latest in Mets land with Alonso, hearing from Carlos Mendoza himself and others. And I am going to hopefully get some more remarks from other players today on the media side of things. If I get a chance to do that, I will post them on the platform probably tomorrow in the coming days and a chopped up video. If not, then I'll show you guys in some form, even if it's just on X. Regardless, check me out at the WardyNYM or at WardyNYM. Both apply by there for your guy Wardy. But all right, guys, so initially when you walk in here, one, there's a lot of people naturally, right? I think they did a very good job for the most part on giving you an idea as to where things are supposed to be. You can take batting practice with Starling Marte, literally soft tossing to people, take BP, which was the sickest thing I've ever seen. Jesse Winker, Marky V, Francisco, Mr. Smile, Lindor, Alvy, you name it. They're just roaming around the place again like they own the place. I mean, I would do the exact same thing if I was a multi-millionaire player on the New York Mets, feeling comfortable at home. But they have been absolutely beyond generous, and not only the interactions, but just so kind, and just so you can really get the one-on-one, the personable feeling with the players was like nothing else I've ever experienced before. Just seeing how fans have interacted with everyone else. I did get a chance to actually get some autographs as well. That's where the fandom comes into play. I got an autograph from Doc Gooden and Francisco Alvarez. The only thing though is that when you go and get autographs here, they don't tell you who you can get autographs by. They're behind these black curtains, but we did see Alvy, Winker, and others walk in, so I had an idea as to who would be signing, and I actually guessed it perfectly correctly right before the woman let me, and she's like, oh, you're good, you can go right on ahead. So I got a chance to talk with Doc for a couple minutes. It was awesome. Alvy, same applies. Told him I've been covering him since, pretty much since he signed, as that 16, 17-year-old out of Venezuela, which was really cool to have an interaction. Edwin Diaz, folks, actually just walked into the Cadillac Club. No, I'm not joking. So if Edwin makes his way over here, maybe we'll get a little cameo of Edwin Diaz. No, I'm not joking. Literally, Edwin Diaz is right down there. I'm in the Cadillac Club as they're currently doing card breaks for all my sports card fans out there that love to obviously break open new packs, boxes, and see what big hits they're going to get. They're doing that. But there's a lot of nice space here in the Cadillac Club, so I found myself in the corner, so that's why we're chopping up now. But Edwin Diaz is in fact here, so all the attention turned from me to him, which is just so sick. And again, it's just a completely different feeling here. Like I said, I have the players just being so one-on-one with everybody. Diaz is signing things, so my girlfriend is frantically grabbing our poster for her to get signed, which absolutely, that's what you got to do, baby. We love to see that. But the autographs were very cool. Very much appreciate that experience. And then everything else, you can take live BP here, which is so sick that I alluded to. You can actually go in the Mets clubhouse. You can roam, do your own thing, which is very cool. Take photos, where we also saw the unveil new Mets Amazing Day jerseys that many of you guys saw. And yes, that will be the new official road alternate for the Mets that you guys have seen on social media. The blue jersey without what you see there in the screen. It's just the collar with the New York font across, just like the New York jerseys that we think back to the 80s. A very, very clean looking jersey. I would have liked some white piping, but that's just me being nitpicky. The same way with the new black jersey that we actually talked about in the live show just a day or so ago. Take it on yourself to sign Alonso for us. Seth, I'm trying, baby. I'm as close as one can get at this point into trying to make something happen. I literally talked to Carlos Mendoza one-on-one on the side in the media room, and I asked him, do you know how the players feel about me? Like, do they like the vibe? Do they not like the vibe? And he said, no complaints at all. So it was a very humbling experience, and again, a surreal one. I've always known, obviously, that a lot of people, not only in the org, but the Mets themselves know who I am, but to hear that reaffirmed from Mendoza himself, to go out of his way to say you're Wardy, that was a really surreal experience and one that I will never forget. So it's been an electric time here at Amazing Day, everybody. They have panels running all day long with Steve Gelb's hosting. We have seen others as hosts as well. Jolly Olive did a fantastic job on a pitching panel with David Peterson, Reed Garrett, who I had a chance to meet for a short second earlier, very nice, as well as others. And it was just, again, an electric time. Of course, they have to boost music in here, knowing that I'm doing a live show. It's like they actually hate me. But as long as the audio isn't too terrible for you guys, we're going to make it work. Again, guys, thank you so much, everyone, for chiming in live on a replay for the latest, now first ever Amazing Day live show here from Citi Field. Yoshima, thank you so much for the $5 haul. I appreciate that. I appreciate the donos, especially because I'm going to get flagged right away with the background music. It's going to happen. Hope you're having a blast. Also, congrats on getting noticed by Mendy. I bet you got flustered with it. Not flustered. It was more of like, that those movie scenes where you're standing in a hall and it tunnel visions and everything kind of goes back. That's how I felt in that exact moment. But everybody, again, thank you so much for the endless support, guys, and helping make this happen. It's been an electric day here at Amazing Day, and the player experience I alluded to, especially guys like Jesse Winker, among others, just roaming around this place, again, just having casual conversation with everyone, really showing how much he appreciates being a Met in this fan base, and to see that reciprocated with other players as well, it really, it hits home in a way that you really can't put into words too much until you experience it for your own first time. So very grateful for it all, everybody. But now let's get into what's happening here in Metsland, because I know a lot of you guys are like, all right, Wardy, I need to hear from you. Pete Alonso's coming back to Queens, right? Well, yeah, guys, listen, the latest on Alonso, we heard constant chants when Steve Gelbs had a panel there in the Piazza Club. Again, they're doing panels all day until the conclusion of today's event, but they had literally, Gary Cohen was the host, Steve Cohen, David Stearns, all right there. I saw Lindor. I didn't get a chance to talk to Lindor yet at this point in time, but I was right by him earlier. It was very cool. And as soon as they got that panel started, the bring Alonso back chants were happening. Bring Pete home. And Steve kind of went like this, like settled down, which I thought was funny. I did hear from Alex Cohen, because I was standing right next to her earlier waiting to get autographs, that, it's up to Pete. It goes without saying, right? The Mets are standing firm as to where they stand in this, the same way that we know that Pete Alonso's standing firm on what he wants out of Scott Boras' camp and everyone else in company. So we'll find out, hopefully, a conclusion on the Alonso sweepstakes sooner rather than later. I'm literally crying to watch it. Sharon, I love you. Thank you so much for chiming in. We appreciate you. Show us Pete, Wardy. He's with me. I wish. Trust me, I wish. Either way, absolutely deserve the role. My guy, Yoshima, I love you. Thank you so much for that. But guys, an electric experience here. And Carlos Mendoza did talk about Pete Alonso today. When I was standing there as part of the media scrum, he did make note that of our in-house options, how yes, Brett Beatty and Mark Vientos have been getting reps at first base. Yes, Vientos is actually said on record earlier today on his respective panel, Will Lindor and others, that again, whatever's asked of me, I'm willing to do. Taking reps there, again, whatever the Mets need is the most important thing. Same thing with Jesse Winker. Jesse knows he's likely not going to play first base at all for the Mets, but knowing that he's more than willing to play in any capacity for the team really sticks out to me. And that Jesse Winker connection is something that I really want to highlight here, everybody, because Carlos Mendoza did go on to say in the media with all of us there that, yeah, the DH position as of now is going to be a platoon of Marte. I'm not, guys, just so you guys don't think I'm joking. I'm not joking. I just don't want to record people that don't want to be recorded right now. You see the field? You might not be able to see the field or not, guys. We're legit in the Cadillac Club. We're legit right next to the bullpen. And wait, hold on. Cadillac Club, right there, as you guys can see above me. I'm not bluffing. Hold on. Yeah, guys, breaking news. I'm actually at my house in Pennsylvania right now. I tricked you for the past 12 minutes. You got me. Hands up. You got me. No, we're here live, everybody, and it was really cool, too. I was trying to figure out where to get set up, and I made a great connection with people in the Mets Oregon. They're like, come to the Cadillac Club. We're going to have room in there. Outside of a schmuck just putting on music. Oh, actually, he just lowered it for me, so I appreciate that a lot. Never mind. I take back everything I just said, whoever's controlling the music in this room. But, all right, guys, now let's get into the latest on what Carlos Mendoza said, not only with the DH position, but there was one remark that really stood out to me. Really stood out to me, and that was when asked about Luis Angel Acuna and his role for the Mets. Yes, we do know that Jeff McNeil will have an impact. He made it known, that being Carlos Mendoza, that he will, of course, be having a big play in things. But he did note that Luis Angel Acuna is going to have a really big role with the Mets in 2025. And if you guys want to take that with more than a grain of salt, then what that tells you is Acuna is absolutely not only battling for a spot with the roster out of camp, but there's a reality where he very well could be on the roster right away out of camp, even if he finds himself more starting off on the bench or kind of platooning in roles, right, where he's coming off the bench one day, maybe he's getting a start at second the next day, or McNeil coming off the bench, or maybe Jeff is getting a corner outfield rep because someone's injured or something along those lines. How glowingly he spoke of Acuna really stood out, and it's clear that the Mets have a vision for Acuna and some of the youngsters as we head into 2025. Brett Beatty, to what degree? That's a great question, too. Brett, I've seen roaming around, didn't get a chance to talk to him at this point, but he's in great spirits. He changed his number to number 7. For those that have a Brett Beatty jersey, to the select few of you, he will not be rocking, obviously, Soto's number anymore, because Soto will be rocking 22, but Beatty picked number 7 because of Mauer, and more notably, notably with the Mets, Jose Reyes. So that was the decision behind why Brett Beatty decided to opt for the number 7, which I thought was very cool. And outside of that, there hasn't been anything too crazy notable that I've seen. Just, the players like the jerseys, like they like the alternate, that blue one for sure. Lindor was actually saying how it's actually a bit more comfortable, than some others, which is something to make note of. But that's all, like surface level stuff. So now, everybody, let's get in the thick of it here. Let's talk about what I asked Carlos Mendoza. So, in the media scrum, I got a chance to talk to Carlos. I could have talked to Alvarez, I could have talked to Diaz, but a lot of other people were asking questions. I had a little bit of cold feet, transparently. And 2, I also know that Alvy really kind of wanted to get in and out. You can tell, kind of like who's more than fine to kind of chill, hang out for a couple minutes versus like who is like, all right, I'm here to do media, and then as soon as I'm done. Alvy gave off those vibes, and he looks like an absolute dog today. He's got like a nice little pinstripe suit on, like looking mafia-esque, which I absolutely love. Again, he's cleaned up, he's looking electric, and he's going to hit 35 home runs in 2025. Why? Because Wardy said so. But what I have to say here on Carlos Mendoza is I asked Carlos, what are the advantages that the Mets have in bringing back guys that he's rekindled a relationship with during his time with the Yankees, that being in Desi Driscoll, who's now the Mets' new assistant pitching coach, as well as Clay Holmes, who will be working again with Desi just like they did last year in the Yankee organization. And he had a very nice, thorough breakdown that I highly implore you guys to check out. It is on my X at the WardyNYM with roughly 70,000 followers. Check that out, and I will probably have that posted for you guys. If not on the YouTube channel tonight, then hopefully sometime tomorrow. I'm going to try to chop up some stuff and just post as kind of like a recap of how today's experience was, barring changes. But it was great interaction with Carlos and everyone else in company, and it was just a very humbling experience, as I alluded to, how everyone in the community is here. Like everyone that got a chance to get tickets, and everyone that has a talking head, whether they're through the fan, because I know Evan Roberts was doing his live show earlier today, and the K Corner with Mets alumni, David Wright, Mookie Wilson. I know that they've had panels going on all day long, which has been very cool to see. But just a completely different environment, and something that I really never thought was, not that it wasn't possible to do something like this at Citi Field, but it just further proves how night and day Steve and Alex are in their way of thinking, and their proactive way of thinking, and really having a great fan experience where it was so contrary with the Wilponsian regime. It's so night and day. Like if the Wilpons were the Mets owners still right now, I wouldn't be talking to you because I wouldn't be covering the Mets. I was never going to cover the Mets until the Mets changed ownership. That was something I promised myself in my early goings of wanting to start to do sports coverage. So to see how much has changed with the Mets over the past 4, now entering year 5, and that entering year 5 thing is something I want to emphasize as well, right? This is the big year. Steve Cohen has said 3 to 5 year window to try to win a championship. We're entering year 5 now with Juan Soto. Now, I don't know about you guys, but if Steve's really trying to stay true to his word, Juan Soto has absolutely made this team better than what it was in 2024. And only a casual fan who's more upset about Alonso and his lack of production outside of power is more concerned with the idea of, if we don't have Pete, we're not a good team anymore. Far from it. The Mets are a better team without Alonso and having Soto. But you know what the Mets are even better with? Having both Soto and Alonso, or having someone that fits the Alonso mold similarly, like a guy like Spencer Torkelson, if he's able to bounce back after a down, injury-riddled year there in Detroit. 5 years younger, the Mets are actively involved in the trade market for him potentially, that we highlighted in yesterday's content, so check that out, guys, in case you haven't already. Torkelson is a guy that hasn't hit too well on the average, but a former top pick, a lot of team control for another 4 years, as a year removed from over a 30 home run, 90-plus RBI season, and a god-awful lineup in that Detroit Tiger lineup over the past couple of years. So, yeah, I mean, there's definitely upside there, but we all want Alonso back, especially with the demands that we've reached. P is not getting a long-term deal unless Artie Moreno is a schmuck. So like, hey, I'll give you 6-7 years while no one else is going to do it, because why not bid against myself? That is the Artie Moreno way of thinking. But what's also the way of thinking, not only the Mets, but pretty much everyone across baseball, is that they're not going past 3 years, guys. They're not going past 3. Maybe 4. Maybe, but I'll have to see to believe it. Everything's looking like the 3 years with an opt-out, and outside of that, it just doesn't feel like, for the case of Alonso, he's going to be getting what he wants, right? Because as we alluded to, the Mets offered 3 years of $70 million, including deferred money. Including deferred money probably has a contract offer of at least $80 million, if not higher. So technically speaking, the Mets really did give Alonso an offer that was not only higher AAV than Matt Olson from the Atlanta Braves, but also was respectable given how much his market has shrunk. You know, it's not the Mets' fault that Alonso pardon my French, but kind of pussyfooted all throughout the 162, where he did not step up in the high leverage situations, runners in scoring position, you name it. Postseason was tremendous, but that big sample size is that dark cloud looming over you. Now Scott Boras in a walk here. You couldn't handle the pressure, Pete. So again, if there's anyone to blame for how we got here, it isn't the Mets. It isn't other teams' lack of interest. Other teams have a lack of interest, and other teams have opted for other first base fits, whether it's trades for Nathaniel Lowe or Josh Naylor or the signings of Carlos Santana, Paul Goldschmidt. What we're thinking here, the Astros, Christian Walker, you name it. What do these have in common? They know that is Alonso and Boras being more the stubborn ones. They know that the market is what it is. And Pete needs to realize that. I'm sure he has at this point. I'm sure there's a part of Alonso that would honestly love to be here and be partaking and be fully signed up without a problem. It feels wrong. And I understand, guys. I know the audio isn't the best. I apologize. This is what happens when you get something set up as fast as you can at Citi Field. The only issue with my audio, and the reason why you guys are having issues with it, is that I usually have some settings that are preset on my computer, but I don't have them preset on my laptop, unfortunately. I wasn't able to get it set up to everyone's liking. So again, I do apologize. Will I still be here at 5:30? Not entirely. I'd say there's a solid chance. I'm going to probably be here for the majority of the duration. This goes up until 6:30 today. I've had a lot of fans come up to me, followers of mine, just Mets fans in general, which is very cool. So again, guys, if you see me here, please stop. Let's chop it up. Let's talk Mets. If you guys want to grill me too, maybe you don't like me, whatever you want to talk about, I don't care. Let's talk it up, baby. We are at Citi Field. We're having a blast here at Metsland. I just saw a good buddy of mine who's been doing a fantastic job as a main photographer here for the Mets, among others, everybody. But I want to hear from you, Mets fans. How you feeling? One, what are your guys' thoughts from an outsider's point of view on Amazing Day from everything I relayed? I would definitely say that in the years going forward, it's going to be more structured than what it currently is. There's going to be more and more people here, and there's already a lot of people here. But if the Mets continue this formula and how the player-to-fan interactions are, this is going to be a recipe for success for years to come. Like I said, night and day. Never experienced something of this magnitude, this comfortable. It's not every day that you can just waltz in the Piazza Club, go pop a squat on the couch, and then bam, right next to you is Jesse Winker, right? It isn't going to happen too often. So appreciate these moments for when they're around. It appears that another player has now entered the room. My girlfriend is scoping the scene right now to see who exactly just came in here. Yeah, why don't you go see it? Jump in. She's like everyone's Swarm Diaz. I said, just jump in. Just jump in the middle. Especially because she's a little short queen, like I'm a short king. She's got to go. Just sacrifice the body, babe. Just go in there. Just nosedive. Actually, crowd surf. Just go. Just go. What do you think? What do you think? Everyone's gonna look at you and be like, "No, not you. No, I'm gonna let everyone else get a signature, but Lexi. That's what we're gonna do. Yeah, go run. She's running. Let's see if she can get that Diaz signature. That's hilarious. There is no Soto, guys. The only thing you're getting from Juan Soto at Amazing Day is this. It's the Juan Soto jersey I'm wearing. Juan was a no-show, which was definitely a bummer. When I first got here, as soon as I stood in line, there was a really, really adorable young follower of mine. He had to have been, 8 to 12. Oh, just got the Diaz signature. Let me see for a second. It's so sick. Thank you so much.
Right there.
Awesome. Signed it right next to Doc Gooden, and then the other one is Alvy right there, I think. Hold on, folks. I'm going to put the mic down for a second. Okay, so here you go, guys. This is the Amazing Day poster that everyone that had general admission here got. This was the only thing that you're allowed to get signed. They won't let you get baseball signed or whatever, at least if you go through their normal signings. But yeah, we got Doc, we got Edwin, we got Alvy, which is so cool. I'm just gonna put this all probably somewhere on my wall when I get home later today, put it in a frame. Oh wait, actually, never mind. This is going to my son Shay, she just said. So that's fine. Shay can have that. I'll get more signatures as they come, everybody. But yeah, no Juan Soto today, unfortunately. But what I can tell you, which is very exciting, is that there is an aura in the air here. There is an optimism level that I've heard with people of knowledge, not going to name names, part of the organization, part of things that are feeling good on not only where the Mets are currently at with the roster, but are feeling equally as good knowing that they're not done making moves. And I would like to emphasize that with each and every one of you. I know we can be closed-minded fans at times. I know that when you haven't had a high like Juan Soto signing since Juan Soto signed, and you're just chasing that high yet again, you want something big, you want that big splash. And I know that these smaller, minor league 2-year deals for relievers are not going to get the job done for you. But guys, patience is a virtue in a situation like this. David Stearns is actively working. He has been. He will continue to. That's why every single day we have more things that we got to talk about. Again, when it comes to the Mets now being in the trade market for potentially an Alonso replacement, or if it's going to be along the lines of pitching as well. We know that they've been in the Max Scherzer market, which is kind of crazy to say. Short-term, 1-year deal. I'll take Max back on a 1-year deal, absolutely. You can never have enough pitching depth. And I think if I just push aside the PTSD that Max still has instilled in my head from game 1 of the wild card in attendance, if I can get past that, I think I can get through a lot. Mad Max, a 1-year deal. Let me know in the chat, guys, how you feel about that. The Mets have toyed with the idea of going after a starter of more significance, right? We've heard rumblings earlier in the offseason on Jack Flaherty and Nick Pivetta. They have pretty much died down entirely since then. But in the case of Flaherty, especially, who does not have a qualifying offer attached to him, contrary to what I initially thought, he is definitely an appealing option for the Mets if they really do want to make more moves for their rotation. Because, yes, I have optimism, and I certainly see the upside with Kodai Senga back healthy and everyone else in company that they have in this rotation. But I will say that you can never have enough, and there are still question marks, right? I know you guys would like at least one more quality starter in this rotation heading in 2025. I find myself in that same category. And when I say 2025, I mean the season, because we're already here now. I keep forgetting that's already a new year. Another year, just like that, snap of a finger, is what it is. But the Mets are absolutely in a position where not only are they going to be opportunistic for another starter, but it really will not be shocking if we find out that they land another. It might be to a lesser degree. You might not love the name, but I'm telling you, they are more than likely going to land one more arm if the right opportunity presents itself. I'm not sure exactly to what degree, how heavy of an interest they have in Max. I know that they attended his bullpen this past week, per Pat Ragazzo, who does a fantastic job on the beat for the Mets through the affiliates with Sports Illustrated. The Mets were just one of like 8+ teams, I believe, in on Scherzer at his bullpen, liked what they saw there, and are interested in a potential 1-year deal. For Max, he wants to go to a winner, obviously. He's already won 2 championships, one very deserving in 2019 with the Nationals, the second where he was anything but a real impactful player in the postseason for the Rangers. He continued his 2022 run with the Mets, where he was just at absolute batting practice in those key games, but he did win a World Series with the Rangers in 2023, just like the injury-riddled Jacob deGrom himself. Now Max, having won it all twice already, is not retiring yet, can still be a formidable, even more if it's more of a back-end option for you, as a guy who, if we exclude the 2024 season, given he not even pitched 50 innings, he had back-to-back years in 2022 and 2023 with over 170 strikeouts, and during his stint with the Mets had a flat 3-year array across 250 innings. I mean, again, really solid baseline numbers there, and I understand the playoffs are a different animal. I understand that, but when the option of not having Scherzer is potentially no one else, that is exactly why I'm at least intrigued with the idea, because you can never have enough pitching, especially a mind like himself that I know would only bode greatly for younger guys like Brandon Sproat, especially should he get called up by the Mets relatively soon into the year. Wardy Steve is coming. Steve's been around. He's been roaming around. Wardy on the way. Oh, awesome, Steve. Yeah, all right. We got followers of mine getting ready to chime in the live show live with me, which is so sick. We'll definitely be doing that. But guys, again, I'm gonna get to make sure I didn't miss a donation or anything here. Thank you guys so much again for the support of everyone chiming in. We got my man Dave Kaplitz in here, great member, great friend on the platform as always. Says Wardy for GM, love you baby. Darren, great member, have fun, Wardy, all the best to you and your family. Thank you so much. Likewise. Yeah, just a very, not only a humbling experience to be here, but just a surreal one at that. And it kind of gives me another moment to sit back and really appreciate not only how much we've grinded every single day the past 4.5 years, but how much we are now reaping the benefits of it, everybody. I know I've said it a lot, but I'm only here today. I am only able to partake. I am only able to be a part of all these different things now in the Mets space because of each and every one of you. I really hope that I do a solid job in trying to represent the fan base to the best of my abilities. I understand that I'm not going to be in the same thought process as everyone else. There are a lot of people that don't think the way that I do. There are a lot of people that think I'm a schmuck and think that David Stearns is was a bum and all those things, and that's fine. Everyone's entitled to their opinions. It's okay to be wrong, and I'm saying that half jokingly, but in all seriousness, thank you guys again for making this a reality. Cannot tell you guys enough how much I appreciate it. David Robertson Harrison asks, sadly, I've not heard much on the Mets front as of now, since the Mets have just been viewed as a potential fit for D-Rob, especially short-term. Perfect setup option for Edwin Diaz. And listen, could we sign D-Rob to finally be the setup man for Edwin the way he was supposed to be back in 2023 when Edwin went down in the WBC, when he was out all year with injury? We had to rely on D-Rob to be our closer right away. I would love him back in that setup role like he was supposed to be. A flat 3 ERA this past season. He's pushing 40, and the guy's fastball still sits mid-90s. Change up, breaking pitches, disgustingly good. Righty versus lefty splits don't matter. He's a dog. He's won it all with the Yankees. He's been here, done now with the Mets in half season 2023. Loved his time here as well. David Robertson is easily my favorite reliever option in the market. I pray it happens. I know I'm going to get my hopes up because the Mets and how they operate with their bullpen. I see the writing on the wall now that they're going to bring in like Tim Hill, which I'd be in favor of, and someone else, and maybe let that be that. D-Rob, who has rekindled his relationship with the Chicago Cubs. He was there a couple years ago, actually. If you guys don't remember, in 2022, David Robertson had a really good first start to the season there with the Chicago Cubs, but he found himself traded to the Philadelphia Phillies after the Mets attempted to acquire him to a lesser degree around that time, and then he had himself an absolute blast. Like, again, very, very, very good run all the way to the dance there. And we got more Mets alumni right beside me right now, which is very cool. Very cool. We got Tim Teufel, who just came in here. Very awesome. He's literally sitting right across from me right now. We have other Mets alumni in here as well. I didn't talk to him, but I walked right past John Neese earlier. It was really cool. R.A. Dickey is here, guys, which is so sick. The knuckleballer himself. So many people in the Mets community, former players as well, small to big in status, are all here. And one thing that I really love about that is that you could tell how much Steve Cohen emphasized to bring in all aspects of alumni. This is not like, oh, if you're an elite player, you're showing up. No, it doesn't matter how small or big you are with your impact that you have on the team. If you were here and you had a positive impact, we want you to be here. And that's a very important thing. And the Mets, again, can't emphasize enough how great of a job Steve did, Alex did, and the entire Cohen family. Oh, yeah, we got our guy McDowell over here as well. Oh, my God, Max Kranick is right over here. I got to bring, Max knows me. I got to try to get Max over here. Max Kranick, if you guys don't know, the Mets picked up off of waivers last offseason from the Pittsburgh Pirates. He grew up a diehard Mets fan. Awesome guy. He was even actually on the Mets. On Shays, and tell Max that Wardy's over there. You'd like to talk to. Max, though, who actually was on the Mets playoff roster after the wild card round, didn't get any innings in, unfortunately, but he's a guy that will be trying to compete for a bullpen spot this year, has starter potential as well. Again, very, very good guy. So very cool to see him all in here as well. Just absolutely love it. Let's see here. Going up the list just for a second, we got my man Juan Diaz. Thank you so much for the $2 holla. Max, what's up, man? How are you? Pleasure meeting you, brother. Thank you so much. You want to say hi to Mets fans real quick? Yeah, guys, Max Kranick in the building. How you doing, everybody?
How's it going?
Max, I got to ask, because this is everyone's first experience at Amazin Day, what's it been like for you, especially because you grew up a diehard Mets fan, you're part of the organization now. What has that been like for you, not only as a pro player, but to be back with your favorite team?
It's really cool. Like you said, definitely a unique experience. Growing up, liking this team. Every time I see David Wright, I still get starstruck, so it's pretty cool. I just signed autographs next to Doc, so it's unbelievable. Been a really fun day, and looking forward to the rest of it.
Awesome. Well, Max, thank you so much. It's a pleasure meeting you, brother.
You too.
Thank you. I'd love to have you on whenever you're available.
Hit me up during spring.
For sure. We'll do that. I'll be down in PSL the first or second week, so I'll try to connect with you then.
Okay.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Max. I appreciate it. That's Max Kranick, everybody. I don't. It's okay. My girlfriend's doing Lord's work out here right now, literally flagging down active Mets to come on the live stream. Does it get any better than this? I think not. If this isn't heaven, if this isn't Valhalla, I don't know what is, right? We're in that category now. And the only reason why I reference Valhalla is because I just watched a movie called The Northman recently from Robert Eggers. Very, very good. Highly recommend if anyone's in the Robert Eggers space, likes Nosferatu, and likes all those kind of darker films. It's really good. But yeah, just so sick to see how everyone is just this is what I mean. This was the entire point of why Amazing Day is truly amazing, because you're not going to get an experience like this otherwise, where you have active players, former players, prospects as well. I dapped up Ronnie Mauricio, got a pick with him earlier. He's just a dog. He's like freaking 3 times the size of me. I pray to God that Ronnie has a big year this year and stays healthy, man. He looks so good. I already know I could just see him just freaking slide in this second base and him solo Lindor, everybody just going absolutely bananas, guys. Oh my God, just electric. Everyone's saying put a ring on it for you, because I said how much you've been a help flagging down players and everything.
Thank you.
That's awesome. Let's see. Come say hi to everybody. People want to say hi to you. All right, guys, everybody say hi to Lexi.
Hi, everyone. It's so nice to meet you. Thanks for telling him to put a ring on it.
So when you guys are wondering, what's going on with Shay when I'm working, Shay's with Mama. That's what's happening right there. Yeah. Today he's with my parents, but I would have brought Shay today, but I think it would have been a little too hectic for him. There's so many people here, and he's not at a point yet where he knows what's going on or can appreciate it yet. But over this next year, so we're definitely going to bring him to the ballpark for the first time. It's going to be a lot of fun. But yeah, thank you guys again for all the kind words. We're going to continue the live show not too much longer here. We'll probably run another 5-10 plus minutes. But again, guys, let me double check something real quick, because I love when I get tagged and stuff. At the Amazing Day while I'm here, too. I don't like the negotiations. I don't like what's been presented to us. That's Steve Cohen flat out saying in response to the Alonso situation. So, yeah, Steve's made it clear. He don't like what they're doing. And we did hear through multiple people through the New York Post over the past 2 days that Steve Cohen really obviously had his hands on big time in the Juan Soto negotiations, just as you'd expect. Hold on, guys. Give me 1 second. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Guys, we just got baseball cards. Yeah, we got to do it now. All right, okay, so wait. Okay, so don't open them. Let me open them. The only reason why is because to my card heads out there, I know some of you guys are freaks. You guys need the packs open a certain way. I can't have my oils touching these things. I know how you work. For those that don't know, Wardy used to be an absurd football and baseball card collector when I was a kid. That's what led to me wanting to talk about sports, because I was reading every stat, everything. I was obsessed with it from a very young age. And now we're going to do a little bit of a card break here in a second, which is very cool. I did want to say on Steve Cohen for a second, though, the reason why the Mets feel this way is because even after Steve had his hands all on the Juan Soto negotiations, he does not have his hands on the negotiation with Alonso to the same degree. He's letting David Stearns control this. Why? Because it's almost like when you hire a president of baseball operations, they're supposed to do what they're supposed to do, and the ownership shouldn't get too involved. Down payment for the rain. Julio, I appreciate that. Babe, we just got a $50 donation, a down payment on your rain. So there you go. The rain fund has started. There you go, everybody. Brand new house.
Coming.
Hilarious. Thank you so much for that, Julio. Made my day. Really appreciate it. Just a small loan of $100,000, guys. That's all I ask. All jokes aside, Julio, thank you, brother. Appreciate that. But you're all invited to the wedding, obviously. But okay, reel back in for a second. The Steve Cohen lack of being a part of the negotiation process with Alonso is important, because he's entrusting Stearns and he has faith in Stearns. For all these Stearns doubters out there, which really mind-boggle me, considering we got all the way to Game 6 in the LCS in his first year as Pobo, with a first-year skipper in Carlos Mendoza, who I am now obsessed with. Mendy knows me, so now I love him forever. Regardless on what his future is with the Mets, I will literally die for Carlos Mendoza. If I have to jump in front of a truck for him or something, I will do it. I'm here for him. All jokes aside, to reel back in one more time, what is very interesting is that now's the time where David Stearns needs to further show why the Mets hired him, right? Because the Mets tried to land David Stearns in the literal first offseason that Steve Cohen became owner. They were denied access year 1 by the Brewers because Stearns was still under contract for a couple years. Year 2, next offseason, tries the exact same thing. Still can't get access. Then after that, Stearns actually steps down from his acting position with the Brewers. Still an advisor, but on the same role. And then he goes away from them, from the team entirely for his final year of his contract. Why? Because David Stearns, just like Max Krennic, who joined in our live stream a couple minutes ago, grew up a diehard Mets fan from New York, has always wanted to be here, guys. David's a diehard fan. What makes you think that he doesn't feel like he's doing what is truly best for the organization going forward? You know what I mean? Like, after landing Juan Soto, it's only Mets fans that can somehow fathom the idea that, we're not trending upward. And I get it. I want Alonso back just as much as the next guy. And I truly hope, and I do believe it's still going to happen. I think his ass circles back to Queens, because until breaking news from Jeff Passan, the Toronto Blue Jays, the LA Angels, the San Francisco Giants, whatever schmucks are going to go ahead and sign Pete, I got to see it to believe it. Until then, folks, I really think Alonso's going to return. They're playing hardball, but again, I understand both sides here. That's what it's going to be. Now, folks, let's do a little bit of a card break, and then we'll get on to wrapping up the show. I won't be too long-winded with this today. Not right now. We're good. Here we go, folks. Can you hold the mic? Thank you so much. My girlfriend's also on the scene, like scoping out for Mark Vientos. That's her favorite player. The only thing she wants today is just me Vientos, even for a second. Our guy Jolly that I was talking to earlier today bumped into him, which was really sick, but she wants that experience too. So you're going to hold that right there? Thank you so much. Okay, guys, first, what a way to start the pack. We got Mr. Steroid himself. Wait, actually, let me make sure I have this right. Wait, Christian Encarnacion Strand. Isn't this the guy that was suspended the first 80 games? Or is that, no, that's Noelvi Marte. I think I'm getting them flip-flop. I apologize, folks. One of the young Reds prospects, I think Marte was the one that was suspended half the season. Just like star-studded Starling, who's here, because let's not forget Starling had a little bit of a PED issue going back to his time with Pittsburgh. If you know, you know. We're going to have Michael Busch, who was actually traded just a year ago from the LA Dodgers there for a reliever to the Chicago Cubs. Michael Busch, who had a solid home run hitting first year there in Chicago. Then we're going to have Kyle Schwarber, and those Schwarber bombs, might as well throw out that because I'm not going to need it. But let's get on to the next one. The map that coulda, shoulda, woulda. Maybe if your ankle wasn't absolutely smoked where you need 20 doctors to say, yeah, let's not invest $300 million in you. We have Carlos Correa of the Minnesota Twins. Dave with the $20 holla helping with the rain down payment. I appreciate that. Thank you, Dave. You guys are electric. Oh my God, guys, I kid you not. This first pack, we have a refractor, like a shiny card, and it's a Mets player. This is insane. Insane, guys. Okay. All right, guys, get ready. Albert Pujols. Next man up. Love that. A little bit of a legend card. All right, guys, let's do it with me. Oh my God! It's a Pete Alonso. You gotta be shitting me. Talk about guys, and you say that there are, regardless of what you're a believer in, imagine not thinking that a higher power is out there. Pete Alonso, first deck. Are you shitting me right now? And what could be his final card as a Met? Like final year pack. Like, are you joking? Look at this bad boy. I don't believe it's numbered or anything. I'll double check. But that's sick. That's so cool. What are the odds of that happening? Oh my God. Look at this, guys. Very cool. That is a sign. It's a sign. If this isn't a sign, I don't know what is. I don't know what is. Pete Alonso, you are a New York Met. Then we're going to have Tyler Black. Okay. Got some. I'd be lying if I said I knew him in confidence. He's a rookie, though, so it makes sense. Oh, there we go. Mason Wynn rookie card, baby. Mason had himself a good first year at short there for the Cards. They might not be a good team, but Mason Wynn is on the up and up. I'll take that. That's going to be pack one of the Cards, everybody. Woody's holding the cards, and no pun intended. I love that, Sharon. I'm going to just open a couple more of these, everybody, and then we'll wrap up. Like I said, I know that this is not the Orthodox live stream we typically do, but nothing is Orthodox about what we're doing today, and that's fine. Guys, I can't. What are the odds of Pete Alonso? Oh my God. But for him to be in the first pack as like the standout card is crazy to me. Whoa. Okay, hold on. Shut up. Oh my God, guys. This is actually insane. Okay, rookie, Blee Madris from the Houston Astros, right? Guys, it's a printed signature, but it gets better. Holy shit. I'm not even a card collector anymore, but this is insane. Guys, you remember that schmuck from Colorado, Michael Toglia? Yeah, remember when he hit over 2 bombs here at Citi Field in a game? Well, how about his rookie auto right here, everybody? Rookie autograph, Michael Toglia, who had himself a damn good first year in Colorado, guys. Are you shitting me right now? That's insane. Actually insane. A legit autograph of Michael Toglia. This is a keeper. I'm going to definitely hold on to that unless a follower of mine or someone wants it that I interact with today, because I'm fine either way. And then we're going to cap it off with the Brooklyn Dodgers card. Very cool. And that's going to be, oh my, dude, look at this. We pulled a rookie auto of Michael Toglia from the Colorado Rockies. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. That's so sick. Especially just because I remember him. Yes, please. Thank you. Just because I remember when I first saw him come to the plate against the Mets, I'm like, oh, who is this kid? He's good. First base option, outfield option there. Michael Toglia hits a lot of bombs. That's a really cool card. And then we also got a legend card of a printed signing of Roy Campanella from the Brooklyn Dodgers. Very, very cool card. Love that. Very cool stuff, folks. Now let's do a little bit more, and then we'll get out of here. We'll actually do one more pack of those kind of cards to see what we're going to get, and then we'll go from. That's so sick, though. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. Thank you. So much. Appreciate it. I used to have millions of these back when I was a kid. It's been a hot minute, so I'll do that in a second. Let's check out here for a second, folks. Next pack. Oh, yeah, we got it. Then I got to go see who's talking with the media still. I might have to ask people questions. I know. I got to go see who I got to talk to. I know Lindor's chopping at the bit to talk to me. We got Scott Rowland, printed auto, recently inducted in the Hall of Fame. Very cool card. Scotty R. We got Joey Gallo, everyone's favorite New York Yankee. Just don't tell Joey that. During his time with the Minnesota Twins that we see here. Very cool little card. All right, guys. I think we have another auto, but hold on. Carlos Santana, printed auto, Milwaukee Brewers. Very cool reflector card. Shut. Oh my. Steve. Oh, Steve. We just pulled a Francisco Alvarez rookie refractor. This is 6 out of 100. Guys, this is ridiculous. I was just giving packs. The first pack I got had a Pete Alonso card as a standout. This is ridiculous. I just meant out. I need to get this. Hold on. So this is a printed signature. I need to actually see Alvy again today and get this signed. Are you actually kidding me right now? This is insane. This is actually a pretty valuable card right here. There's only 100 in existence, guys. We just pulled an Alvy rookie refractor printed auto, 6 out of 100. This is insane. Actually insane. Wow. You see that, right, Steve? That's crazy. That's great. How's your experience been so far today?
Freaking awesome.
It's awesome, right? Well worth the money, everything. It's so cool. I'm loving it. I know. I'm gonna finish these packs, guys, and we're gonna get out of here. That's insane. That's insane, dude. The craziest thing though is that the first pack I opened was a Pete Alonso refractor. So it's like it's meant to be today. It's with all the Met stuff.
A kid signed up for Fanatics Live, or his dad signed up, and then they entered a giveaway for Bowman Chrome. They hit a Mets auto out of the last pack.
That's so sick.
So it was awesome.
It's like perfect timing.
Remember that forever.
Awesome. So happy. Thank you so much. Thank you. Can you hold that for 1 second? Okay, guys. We're going to be done here in a second, everybody. Before I do that, let me open up these final packs. Let me not show you guys how I'm opening them, so that way I don't have the card head say, "Oh my God, you're gonna bend the corners," because that's always how these things go. Alrighty, guys. Let's do this. Whoa, what a name. Jonathan Daza, outfielder, Colorado Rockies. Oh, Mets legend himself, Seth Lugo, formerly of the San Diego Padres. Oh, newly acquired Met, Jose Siri, will be starting your center field beginning the season, platooning with Tyrone Taylor. Tyrone is here as well, everybody. I saw him earlier today. We got Braden Shoemake, rookie card, Atlanta Braves. Might as well burn it. No, I'm joking. We got Tanner Houck, Boston Red Sox. He had a great year for Boston this past year in their pitching lab. Very good. Who's here? Oh, that's awesome. That's sick. We got Mr. Tolian here. Love that. Oh, what used to be a Met, now a foe, Jared Kelenic, formerly Seattle Mariners, now an Atlanta Brave. Speaking of the Braves, this is actually not a terrible rookie, even though I want nothing to do with it. Jared Schuster, everybody. Braves rookie card. Jared Schuster. Let's get into the next one. Okay, I'll take that. Mariners rookie card. Jose Caballero. We'll take that. If I'm not mistaken, I think Jose is with the Tampa Bay Rays now. I could be wrong, but I think he is.
You're authorized.
Okay, here we go. Another good rookie. Bryce Terrain, everybody. You see that? That's absolutely sick. Love to see that. Hello. Nice to meet you, my man. Thank you so much for changing my life. One of my first big moments was that no-no. So yes, seriously. Could you come around real quick and say hello to like 500 plus Mets fans at the moment? They would love to see you. Hello, everybody. Can introduce yourself.
Hi, guys. Josh Tolley here. You're sorry you're not here, but you're missing a great day at Amazin Day at Citi Field.
Yeah, I have to ask, especially from the alumni standpoint, what was your thought process heading into Amazin Day versus what you're seeing? Because in all my years as a fan, I've never seen something this personable between the fan to player interactions, especially.
Yeah, I also think one thing that should not go unnoticed is the alum and the current players coming together.
Right.
I think that's something that I haven't ever been part of, and I think just watching everybody interact, not only with the fans but together, has been a cool experience.
Yeah, it absolutely has. And again, thank you so much for taking the time. I appreciate it. God bless. Thank you so much. This is what I mean, guys. You're not going to get this anywhere else. It's just so cool.
Even if you don't come down the coast, just come down for a couple of days and hang out. All right. I can do that.
Look at everyone spelling out his name in the chat. I love it, guys. All right, guys, one final pack rip, and then that's going to do it for our show. Trust me, I would love to say breaking news. Mets have signed Pete Alonso to a 3-year contract with deferred payments, $85 million. Opt out after the first, opt out after the second, because the Mets only want him for a year. But no, we're not going to get that yet, at least. No, I know. That's why he's not here. Well, here's the thing. The Mets offer with deferred payments was probably at least $80 million. So again, where are you at, Pete? Are we at 100 with you? And we're still at that $15, $20 million gap? That's what I want. And on top of it all, I want to know, why is that gap, which is relatively small versus the grand scheme of things, being the decider? That shows you how much the Mets are cool with letting him do his thing, because they know he's not going to get something better in the market right now. Oh. Just like my son, we have Shea. This time, Shea Langeliers, catcher. Great year. North of 30 home runs this past year for the Oakland A's? Very good. Then we got Yandy Diaz here. A lot of you guys like him as a first base option. Why don't you guys go tell David Stearns at Amazin Day yourself why Yandy Diaz needs to be our first baseman for 2025 should Pete Alonso not return? Not as much home run hitting, but some great gap-to-gap, and, of course, contact hitting that you're getting there. George Springer, what could have been. Remember when the Mets had a little bit of a bidding war for this schmuck? Well, I'm really glad they didn't land him because he's washed. Toronto Blue Jays. Getting on the next, we got rookie Brian Ramos here from the South Side Chicago White Sox rookie card. Very cool. Then we're going to get into, Emmett Sheehan. That's a good rookie from the LA Dodgers. Hate him with all of me, but hey, that's a good rookie card. We'll take that for what it is. Now after Emmett Sheehan, we're going to get into, Oh, baby, this is a sexy one. At the break, we got ourselves a nice Gunnar Henderson card right here, everybody. This is, I believe, Gunner's sophomore season card. Very, very cool. That's going to be the lone refractor in this pack. Again, absolutely every pack has been insanely good, actually. Now we got hopefully future Mets third baseman if Vientos moves to first, and that is Francisco Lindor's longtime teammate in Cleveland, and Mr. J-Ram himself, Jose Ramirez. I know there's been some J-Ram rumblings going on, rightfully so, because, yeah, J-Ram, he wants to be in Queens. Gabby Moreno, a guy that should not have been traded from the Toronto Blue Jays, but you know what, when it comes to Toronto making proper decisions, not so well. Him, along with Lourdes Gurriel Jr., traded for Dalton Varsho, and it's been a lopsided trade since. And that is going to do it for our card breaks, everybody. So to recap, before I get out of here, really, really cool polls. Biggest standout for me is going to be twofold. We have two in particular. Oh my God, guys, I didn't even see this in the pack. That's hilarious. Mets legend, Javi Baez. There you go. A little bit of a printed card right there. Actually hilarious. Javi Baez there, El Mago. Hasn't hit a baseball since he's left Queens. It's been 3 years now. Not ideal. Detroit Tigers fans know that very well. But to recap, our big polls today, Michael Toglia, rookie auto there. Absolutely love that. Toglia torched the Mets this past season, which means he's probably a solid baseball player, right? Now, the big card and my favorite out of this entire group that I have right over here is going to be, without question, I'm still jaw-dropped that it happened, is going to be this 6 out of a 100. Not going to get my fingerprints on this. Rookie Francisco Alvarez refractor, everybody. I'm really curious. Again, I might actually give this away on the plat. We'll see what I'm going to do with this. If I run into Alvy today and get a signature, I might keep it just for my own personal experience. Otherwise, we may do this on the giveaway. So if you guys let me know in future streams, if you want this card, let me hear it, and we'll consider doing exactly that. But guys, that's going to do it for our live show, live here from Amazing Day at Citi Field. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to go interact with some followers of mine and have a great rest of my time here. I hope you guys also have a tremendous time wherever you're watching this. If you're attending Amazing Day as well, continue to have fun. If you haven't already, make sure you get in on the action here next year. Same time, same place, I'm sure, because this is definitely going to be a reoccurring thing at Citi Field. Thank you guys again. Let's go Mets, baby. I'll talk to you guys again.